right, hello everybody. I hit the live button by accident when I was setting the machine down, so we are live. So we're gonna wait a minute or two for people to come into the chat so we can get started today. Let's see. I'm gonna skip that and just pause mine. All right, so we'll wait for people to come in. As I said, I hit the button totally by mistake. So we're in here early. Just slide this up a little bit. And we're still 2 minutes early, guys. I'm going to take my knee lift off so it's not hitting me in my knee the whole time. And I've got a thread spool pulling from somewhere. It's on a bobbin. I can hear the bobbin. Alright. Hope you all are having a fantastic start to this week. I am so tired. Every time I plan on what I'm gonna do, it never happens. And that's fine. It's not that it's been a bad week, it's just been a very busy week. And when I think I'm gonna do something, it's like, okay, first day my body said no, you need more rest. Second day I planned to do this and that, and I did other things. So it's gonna be one of those weeks. So let's see who's here. We've got Zandra Oldham says hi T and all quilters. Melina Montoya says hello, long time no see. Maddie Barnum says hello T and everyone. Irish L Lady says good evening everyone. Hello, hello. Let me see if I can pull this one over. Okay, then I lost the chat completely. Let's see. Pat Boo says hi, hello, and welcome to the channel. Dolores Felt says hi, T and quilters. Good to be in the chat. Yes, yes, and yes. Kevin the quilter is here saying hey, Miss T and all T quilters. Lenora Baptiste says good evening, Miss T and quilters family. Phyllis G, hi T and everyone. Vivian Calvi, hi T and everyone. Pat Boo says I got fabric from you. Yes, it's beautiful. Why, thank you. And you know, sometimes the packages will be slightly smaller. When I first start out, I buy like all the fabric goes to the fat quarters, and then like some people will buy some yardage of some, so then I start substituting other yardage that I have. But I probably have easily 200 to 300 different pieces of African fabric easily. So it's always easy to put together a 30 fat quarter bundle. Or jelly rolls. I cut jelly rolls as well. And I do other fat quarter bundles as well. Maddie Barnum says, hello T and everyone. I can't remember if I read that one. Just wanted to go back and make sure. Brenda Foley saying hi. Ignavach says, hello, it's been a while for me. Well, welcome back. Appreciate you coming back. Shirley Peters saying, good evening, everyone. Cynthia Maria Fields says, hi, T and everyone else. This coming weekend is the Sew Along with T and Kevin. Remember to thumbs up. No, not this weekend, because this weekend is the second Saturday. We do it on the third Saturday of the month. So this week I'll be meeting with my So Busy Quilt Guild group. And Lenora saying it's been a while. I have not been here, so welcome back. Betsy Layton says, hello all. Happy Wednesday. Teresa McCormick says, hello all. Glad to be with you. Remo JS says, good evening, Miss T and Quilters. Thumbs up to show love and support. And Cynthia saying, sorry, I don't know what for. Maybe for my, it's just, I succumb to whatever is happening. I don't try to fight gravity or force, whatever you want to call it. Ray Mahone here saying, hi sis and everyone, stay safe still. Carol Williams saying, good evening, Happy New Year. Well, Happy New Year, Carol. And Bonita Nan says, hey, Miss T and everyone. So, hey, Bonita. So, I don't really have anything to talk about tonight. So, if you got questions or want to know anything or quilt related, if it's personal, I may or may not answer. Depends on what it is. And I will show you some stuff that sorry, I think I just hit the mic. I will show you some stuff that came in the mail today as well. We got Jason Lewis saying, hey y'all, evening Miss T and all T quilters. Yes, well welcome Jason. Jason and Kevin are on my X list. They went shopping without me. Can you believe it? I told them I was going to throw them under the bus. One thing that did come in the mail was in Savannah, Missouri, the We're So Crazy quilt shop. When Kevin and I visited, they were closed. And so when I got home, I sent a note. They were closed during the day that we were in the area, which was on a Tuesday. And I sent a note, and she did send me this block, this fabric block. All the stores have a fabric block. Then they had, I think, a regional block that they sent to me, and then an all-state block, and then they had some other block. I forget what it is. It's another big block. But We're So Crazy, easily distracted by dogs and sewing machines is what it says. This shop, unfortunately, is no longer a shop now in Savannah, Missouri. She actually closed like maybe the last month of the show. So she is no longer in business. It was very weird for me communicating with her because I was trying to place an order. I was trying to get this so she could have sent it all together. And it was like they just didn't even respond to messages or anything like that. So it was kind of weird. You couldn't really do online orders because they didn't have everything online, and you almost had to go there in order to support the store. And I actually bought something from every store that I went in, just about. It was one or two stores that were total reproduction that I didn't buy anything out of, but Kevin did. So yeah. Sheila Gage is saying, hey. Kevin talking about, excuse me, and I still bought stuff for Miss T. You ain't buy anything from me, you bought it for the T Quilters. Melissa LePage says, good evening, T and everyone. Brenda says, how is the mom and baby doing? That's one of the things I did today was I went over and watched the baby for about 4 hours so she could go run and do all of her errands like grocery store. She loves Target. She's got a few Target gift cards, so I let her, she can stay in Target forever. Putting gas in her car, and what else did she do? She got something to eat out while she was out because she's been home either doing DoorDash or cooking. She did buy some stuff before. Yeah, I was with her the day, was it the day before she went in labor, or 2 days, a day or two before she went in labor, and she had bought a few quick meals, and so she was out of those and had started doing DoorDash. So yeah, so she took care of all of that today, so she got enough stuff so she can have food for the next week. Baby got plenty of food. Don't have to worry about the baby yet. When all you're doing is taking milk in. So, what else? And that was my today. I'm so sleepy. I came home about an hour and a half ago. I was watching YouTube videos. My husband said, I'm gonna go so you can take a nap. I go, I'm not gonna take a nap, because if I take a nap, I'm not gonna get up. What did I do watching videos? I fell asleep. And of course I didn't want to get up, and I fell asleep somewhere between like 6:15 and 6:30, and then I woke up about, I don't know, 6:32, because I remember seeing the clock at 6:13, somewhere in there. So I hate when I fall asleep like that, because I'm ready to go to sleep for real and my body is just playing games. Let's see. Good evening, tea and fellow quilters. That shop hop block fits me to a T. Oh, that's Sue. Okay, yes. And that was one that I was missing that I needed to have too. I think that was the only one that I was missing. The other ones I would prefer to have a prettier looking block than the junk that we got sent, but it is what it is. Wash Your Hands is here saying hello, everyone. Sandy Agger says good evening, everyone, as well. Elaine Doucette says Happy New Year. Peggy O'Connor says hi, T&T Quilters. Around to It says hello, everyone. Shirley here. So hey, Shirley, I like the name. I actually made a fabric Round to It. I like Round to It's. Sheila Gates says I've been cleaning out my sewing room and organizing for the last 2 days. That's good. I actually started last week and haven't been back in here because I thought I was coming back in here, so I haven't done anything else, but I'm trying to clean off. I've done some sorting, but now I need to find permanent homes. I'm trying to clear off this top so I can use my steam press, because I do like it. And I haven't used it in a while because I have stuff sitting on it, you know. Trying to clear that off. So that's good motivation. Cynthia saying how old is the baby? 2 weeks almost. Oh, and Kevin's trying to get Sheila to send stuff. So yep, when you're cleaning, it's funny because the stuff I've been doing has all been works in progress, so it's a little bit different for me. And Phil Beck says, hey, watching you from Virginia. So hey, Ann, welcome. How was Paige with the baby? At first was turning her back. She wouldn't be bothered. She had all these different senses, so her nose was a hot mess. She was just tweaking that nose for a while. And then I had given her one of the hospital baby blankets ahead of time, so she was familiar, but couldn't figure out where it was coming from. She was sniffing everything that baby was in. The car seat, the blanket, my daughter put her in a bassinet, and so she was trying to sniff around the bassinet, so I picked her up so she could see what was in the bassinet. And now my daughter put her in like one of those little rocker chair things, so she could sit closer to sit on the floor, and Paige can smell her and see her and know what it is. So before she wouldn't even go near it. Now she's sitting with her back to her. She won't look at her. So it's pretty funny. Paige used to being an only child. Your Crown Royal quote is looking good. Thank you. I'll show that. So I do it plan to show that. I've been subscribed to your channel for lots of years. Well, thank you, Ann. I appreciate that. And Tom Whittick Eckery is here saying, hey, Grandma T and all T quilters, hit that thumbs up for Gigi. Hey, Tom, welcome back. We miss you. I know Wednesdays was bad for you, so I do know that Tom always has to watch the upload. So it's good to have you in here live. June Hansen, I'm sorry, says, hi T and everyone. Hey June. Sheila Willis saying good evening T and everyone. Getting cold again. Yes, it's starting tomorrow here. My daughter was going to do her shopping tomorrow because I really don't like doing a whole lot, and I already had something planned for this morning on Wednesday. So I wasn't going to do much, but then they were saying we were going to have thunderstorms. At first they had snow earlier in the week. But now we've got thunderstorms with just some snow in it that's not going to stick because it's so warm now. For tomorrow morning. So I didn't want her to be out in thunderstorms trying to run all her errands. So I ended up switching it to this afternoon. So I did have a better plan, but the weather is not cooperating. And it's going to be colder tomorrow. We've had about 3 to 4 days of great weather. Put on a hoodie and that was enough, you know. That's good weather. I'm trying to finish my quilts I started years ago. We can do it. Yep, I need to do it. Sandy is reminding people to hit the thumbs up saying that her rent is paid. Let's see. Okay. So, what have I been working on? So, Saturday, doing a live chat, a live sewing chat, I was working on these crown royal blocks, which is the chandelier or beads quilts or whatever the other name is for this block that I forgot. But I've been working on these, and the reason why the name is turned is so that I can put this on point in the chandelier quilt style. So I'll go ahead and show you that, get that out the way. This I want to put right there. So I went ahead, I had 40 blocks cut, but only had 20 background pieces cut because I just cut one strip or two, whatever it was, and then I just said, okay, I'm gonna cut that. So I need to cut more background fabric, and so I just went ahead and put these few blocks here together so that you all could see. And now that I got my machine turned, you see a lot less of what I'm trying to show you, but you know, it is what it is, right? So here we go. Right here is about the best I can do. So I'm starting to put it together on a diagonal. My final plan for this quilt is to have about, I don't know, 80 something. I have to find my sheet because I just sewed this together from just memory. Because I knew what I had cut. I had cut pieces already, and I knew what how it was gonna look in the quilt. So I did that. What else? I have received from Angela Stringer a couple of packages from Amazon. So let me welcome these next people in. Hold on. Thank you, Remo, saying the quilt is beautiful. Deborah Quilts is here saying hello, T and fellow quilters. Betsy saying it's beautiful. So is Ann and Kevin and Sandy and Liz and Bonita and Sue and Wash Your Hands. So, I did my quilt a little bit different because this chandelier, this is not something that's unique to me. A lot of people have put their quilts in the crown royal setting. I didn't have to come up with anything unique as far as a pattern of what to do because you could technically do anything with the square that you cut out. You could even cut triangles if you want to. So it wasn't about being unique, but as I was looking at pictures of Crown Royal quilts, and they mostly added in either a white or light background like muslin, or they added the gold, the color of the lettering in the Crown Royal. And to me personally, I just didn't like that the quilt turned gold all of a sudden. And when I think of Crown Royal, I'm thinking of purple because of the main color of the bag. So I wanted my quilt to stay purple, but I needed some contrast. So I had even thought about a very light purple, just didn't personally like it. So I went back to this medium kind of grunge purple here is what I decided to use. So thank you everybody for your compliments on the Crown Royal quilt. It's gonna be a while. I got, like I said, 80 blocks total, 40 cut, and I need to cut more bags. So I need to cut more bags apart. But anyway, this box here, when I opened it up, was stuff for the baby. So I didn't realize she had so much. This box, and then there's another package, says, a gift for you. Congratulations, Queen T. Hug, sweet little princess, Jersey Faye. Babies are such a wonderful blessing from God. Prayers going up that she have a remarkably blessed life, from Angela Stringer. So thank you so much, Angela, for thinking of me and my daughter and the granddaughter. And that was really nice of her. So it looks like it's 3 things. I thought it was 2. So this first one, this is an outfit. Says the princess has arrived. And newborn baby girl up to 3 months is what it says. 3 months or 3 months, I don't know. But it's newborn. To me, it's newborn is 0 to 3 months, up to like 10 pounds. So very pretty. Depends on the size of your baby. It's got a little ruffle on the sleeve here. And I saw my daughter today, and then I had picked this up before I got there, but I wanted to open it here before I gave it to her. So I will get this to her tomorrow afternoon, or maybe Friday, because she has another doctor's appointment. Now this is cute. It's a hat. My grandbaby got such a small head. Right now nothing is fitting her head. But isn't this cute? A little hat with a hanger thing. That's cute. Now the hat is very pretty. I like that. And then she's got little gloves to cover, and I like them because they've got some elastic in them too. So this will keep her from scratching herself, which she is already starting to do. And her fingernails are so fine. And then you can also tie this one around the head as well. So very nice outfit. Thank you, Angela. And Sue is saying we have 531 days until the 2024 retreat. Yay! This package here is, I have no idea. It's a quiet book. So it's a soft cover book. Oh, I can hear it already. It ain't quiet. It's a visual quiet book, shapes and colors. Isn't that cute? And so it's going to teach shapes and color recognition. So that's good. It's got like 3D stuff. I just love whatever's in here that makes the little crunchy noise. And then they got the nerve to say it's a quiet book. And it's 3D. Isn't this cute? Now I'm looking at the book. It's got a mirror. Hey girl, hey. It's one of those funny mirrors too. This heart flips over. Reminds me, it looks like it could be Mickey Mouse, the coloring. And then this is velvet. It has a texture on this one. This one has a squeaker in it. The squeaker's barely working, but it's a squeaker in this one. And then more texture here on the back side of the squeaker. It's the squeaker in both. This is cute. And then you change it. Isn't that something? I like that. So that goes all the way around. And that's it for the book. Isn't that cute? Then it's got a hanger so you can hang it up as well. So that's really nice. And it's called the Geometry Quiet Book. So that's pretty cool. And that's too cute that it's the quiet book, and it is not quiet. And I like whatever texture they got in here. I think that is so cute. Something definitely will not get bored with, you know, new baby. She's just now starting to look at her. My daughter has a, I don't even know what you call this stuff anymore. A little thing that's on her bassinet for her to look at. It's really pretty. And then the last thing from Angela is in this bag. And it has another thank you gift notes, I think, in here. I'm just going to put everything in here so my daughter can see it. And that bag is empty. And she purchased the My First Library. And it has 10 little mini books. Let's see what some of these are. My first book of, all of them states, and then it says transport, vegetables, fruits, birds, farm animals and pets, wild animals, colors, shapes, numbers, and ABCs. Isn't that cute? And it's all in a cardboardish, a very sturdy cardboardish little book holder. So that is really, really cool. So thank you, Angela. That was really sweet and thoughtful. Nice gift. And I'm just going to put everything in one box so I can take it to her. Whoops. Books just fell out. Put them back. All right. So thank you so much for that. Let's see who else has come in. Ann says, cuteness overload. Yes. Like that is here saying hello, Mrs. T and everyone. Mary Holloway is here saying hi, T. Hey, Mary, welcome. Melissa says that's a beautiful little outfit for the princess. Francis Jackson saying hello, T and T Quilters. Ann's asking about what's the retreat. It's going to be in 2024, June, I think the last week of June, if I'm not mistaken. Mobile. Thank you, Melissa. Because, honey, it's been a long time since I've had to use any of this stuff. So I'm having to dig deep to pull some of this stuff out, okay? So, yes, a mobile. Lena Dean saying congratulations to Miss T on your new granddaughter. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And my daughter has been already reading to her, so that's really good. She had bought some books. I bought a book before she was even born. I had bought some books for her, and my daughter bought some books, so she does have some. And then I have about 3 or 4 of my daughter's nursery rhyme books when she was a kid. I need to pull them up, and I kept a couple of videos so that she could also share those whenever she had a child. I've been holding on to them. And my daughter has a ceramic pig. It needs to be repainted, but this is the wrong time of the year to paint it. And so we need to repaint that. We need to strip the paint off and then start painting it again. And then she can pick whatever color she wants the pig to be. So she already has a huge piggy bank. Judy Smith is here saying, hey, T and all. Billy Weathery says, hello, everyone. Little Jersey is blessed to have such a large extended family. Yes, she is. And I thank you guys so much. That's really nice. Last thing that came in is Darcy sent me, and I don't know where Darcy is tonight. Darcy asked me in the Teaquilts group if I would like this Jen Kingwell book. This is the one here. It's a sampler as well. However, this book does, I know probably why she got rid of it, because the majority of the blocks are made by templates and templates only. I mean, it is just page after page after page of templates. And you all are not going to be able to see these, but I mean, that was 2 pages I just skipped. So just a whole lot of templates. Quite a few pages, guys. So yeah, it's almost as many pages of templates as it is pages of blocks. But I do like that she has like color pictures of all the blocks in here as well. And then on her cover, she has the full quilt on the inside. You see part of the quilt on the outside, but you get to see the full quilt on the inside, where you can see some of the blocks too. So it's looking like she made 3 of every block in here. And it's like a row sampler with, or it's weird because they're partial. It's not all the way across the quilt. She used 3 blocks, and then she went to another 3 blocks, to another 3 blocks. So, and they all either use a light print background, and then the optional pieces uses a gray. It's really pretty the way it's set up. So I really love it, and thank you so much, Darcy, for this book. I may, since I was gifted the book, I may invest in the templates that goes with this, because that would be easier for me to work on this when I decide to do this project. So thank you. And I want to put this back in here. She just had a little note on here. Oh, okay. She's giving me a note about the optional block drawing. That's what that is. I'm like, huh? This also had her optional blocks in it. That's why, and I just didn't pull that in here. The other thing I just want to mention real quick is that we are working on Jean Kingwell's Boho Heart book. This one here. We started last Monday with assignments, and we're having assignments that are going to be giving every other week. And then midway through the quilt, I give you an extra 4 weeks to get whatever assignment you had to get done for that 2 weeks, plus put everything together that you haven't. It's kind of like a catch-up 2 weeks I built into the schedule. We are sewing from January this year, 2023, until the end of July, and we'll be finished with the assignments. And what I did was try to make it so that it's a progressive schedule that's not going to last the whole entire year. However, you can get this done without, because I get bored with something that's going on for a whole year. 6 months is about the max of my attention span for so long. So try not to be too progressive for newbies, but also keep it interesting for the more advanced people. There are a lot of small blocks in here, so I have been teaching people alternate ways in the Facebook group. These are not going to be YouTube videos, because this is a for purchase pattern, and I don't want to give out all the tips so on YouTube. And plus, people have either purchased their book from me and or have paid to get into the Facebook group, so they get that information. They've already paid for the privilege of getting that information. So I still have openings available for this. I ordered 10 more books. I had 5. I ordered 10 more. I think I have like 6 or 7 left. So if you're interested in joining the Boho Hearts, before you request to join the Facebook group, please pay your money first, because otherwise, if I don't see where you've paid, then I will not be approving the membership. I'm going to decline it, just so I don't have a list of 100 people, and I'm trying to go through and see who I've already looked at. Once I look at it and you haven't paid, I'm just going to go ahead and decline it if I haven't seen where you purchased. If I decline you for the Boho Heart group and you paid, just send me a reminder email at teaquilts@teaquilts.com. You can also contact me that way if you're interested in buying, and you can't cash app Teaquilts. You need for me to PayPal invoice you, I can do that as well. So either way you want to handle this, just let me know. The price is $36 for the book, and includes the membership to the Facebook group, and it includes the shipping to you via first class mail. First class package mail. It's a package. It's not coming as a document. Again, I'll just show. I showed this last week. I think I showed you this on Saturday. And this right here is, nope, that's not what I want to show you. This right here is the first part of the Boho Heart quilt here, and I will not be answering any questions here about this because it's in the book. And the only thing that I did here was there was an applique block where I have this piece heart, and I just substituted patterns, so I'm teaching that part as well. And I also am teaching an alternate method of doing this as well, where you can have one background fabric instead of many background fabrics. You can use anywhere from 1 to 68 different fabrics. You can do whatever you want with this quilt. So that's the other thing I like about the versatility of this quilt, and the fact that there are so many different ways to put it together. You don't have to put your blocks in the exact same order of how she has them on the cover. As long as it's the same size, you can substitute that as well. So if you're interested in that, we've been giving out all kinds of cheat sheets that are only located in the Facebook group, but you again will not be admitted into that group unless you pay $15 membership to join, or you purchase a book from me, and then you get, it's kind of like free membership into the group at that point. So that's that for the Boho Heart. I have been working a little bit ahead, just like one step ahead. I just finished sewing sections. This is section 1. I just finished sewing sections 2 and 3, which is going to be our assignment for next Monday. For those that are in the group, I am planning tomorrow at noon, since I don't have to go to my daughter's tomorrow. I'm planning to do a Facebook Live for sections 2 and 3. And then I know for sure I'll plan one more Facebook Live for sections 4 and 5, because 4 and 5 is a little bit complicated if you're not used to doing this type of piecing. So it's up above. One Love is Jersey. Pat says, looking forward to getting the heart pattern. It's so pretty. I believe at Tucker's Quilting Life showed the quilt heart. I am doing it on my own. I'm slow. And yeah, and that's the other thing. There is no pressure. If you don't want to do this, you're fine. I found I don't have my fabric like organized any kind of way. When I first started, I just had a container that had all scraps of Cafe or Westminster type prints that, it could be 2 or 3 people that the prints are from, but they all look like they're Cafe prints. So I was just working out of that. In my first section, I found that I was working a little bit harder. So what I did, as I was working on the second section of it, I realized that I needed to sort my pieces by sizes. So I started making a bag where I've got like large, like fat quarters, or larger, like half yards, because I'm not using like big pieces other than that. And then I made one with large scraps, medium scraps, and small scraps. And then I have one with 2.5-inch strings, 2.5-inch squares, and 5-inch square. So that way, when I'm looking at the pattern, some of these blocks are small, some of them are large. If you're using a fabric in the background, you kind of need a lot more fabric than you do if you're using it as an accent. So it's a little bit easier now for me to go and pull fabrics because I've got them kind of sorted by size. And I think I said I had strings and crumbs, and I've been making blocks, cutting pieces from the strings and crumbs, because if it's a small block, like a 4-inch block, and it's got a lot of little pieces, then I can cut pieces from it. So I'm feeling better now that I've got my stuff sorted into grouping some kind of way. So that kind of worked for me with the type of fabrics that I'm using as well, because I'm needing to find contrast. So, hey, Damali J saying hi to you and Quilters. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Welcome back, Damali. Good information on that. Thanks. That's Pat Boo. Yeah. So, I think that's it. I'm trying to think, what else did I have? We got optional blocks going to be due the Wednesday after the third Thursday. So they need to be mailed to me by then so that you can be in the drawing. I don't want to be responsible for blocks that take the post office a chunk of time to deliver. Sometimes stuff go around the world and back. I know somebody said they sent me a Christmas card during the snow, the big snow that was in Baltimore. I still haven't gotten that card yet. So I'm still looking for a Christmas card to show up a month later or something. So, but yeah. Sue says, any information on deposit? No, I have not contacted Retreat Center at all, and I probably will not, probably this week or next week, to be honest with you guys. I am so behind on everything with, it's been a lot the last month, and so I have not done any work in a month, and yeah, and now I got to start working on compiling all of my tax stuff for the year as well. So it's a lot going on, and it's gonna take me a while to do my taxes. So it's just gonna be a minute. I never owe, so I don't have to worry about that. I make sure we both take enough taxes out so we don't have to owe. But I just don't want to be late if I'm gonna owe. If you don't owe, you can be late. If they owe you money, it's okay. If you owe them money, it's a different story. So, hi, Miss Topaz says, hey, T and fellow quilters. And Sue says, no pressure. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Whatever happens, when it happens, is how it's going to happen at this point. So, I also have another retreat that's coming up in May that I need to send information out. My small group, the So Busy Quilt Guild, we have a retreat every May. It's 6 of us, and then we have 6 guests that attend, because the facility, well, we say they hold 12 people. They're saying they can go up to 15 now, but that's 3 people in one bedroom sleeping on a cot. And I don't know what grown woman or grown quilter wants to sleep on a cot. I'm not sleeping on a cot. The beds are already not the best beds, and then you talking about cots. It's like, no, that's not going to happen. And basically, you're putting this cot in the middle of the floor as well. So that's a whole nother issue. Or they're rearranging the bedrooms so that instead of having it coming off the wall one way, they're having both beds come off the wall. And that means both beds are in the middle of the floor. So either way, it's not something that I want to do. So we'll stick with our 12. I'm located in the St. Louis area. Thank you, saying the Crown Royal Quilt looking good. So yeah, that's all I have to share. If anybody got questions or anything, you can let me know. I sewed on this Crown Royal Quilt during the Zoom, and then also during the Zoom, I realized I have 2 houses that I need to make these bowls for: my mom house and my niece house and her family. And it's like, I don't know, I lose track of how many kids, because she's got stepchildren as well. 4, 5, 6, So it's like eight people as what total. So yeah, I got her house, I got my mom, so I have, I don't know, I think it's 18, I don't know, let me see. 1 2, maybe it's 9, 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, so it's 9 um bowls here. I'm just gonna give the household bowls instead of doing, when you have large families like that, just give them bowls as a household, and then they can just use them when needed. And I sold all of these, so 18 times 4, 72, if I'm not mistaken. I sold 72 darts, and I am darted out. So I got all the darts sold onto both bowl pieces, because I got 9 bowls, so that's 18 pieces, because you got 2 sides. So these are now ready to be sewed around the top. So I guess technically I could sew. I don't feel like it. Isn't that terrible? I'm gonna fix me some dinner, and I'm gonna probably chill looking at YouTube videos, and if I fall asleep, that's fine too. That's gonna be the rest of my evening today. I have been out the house since about 9:30. I couldn't fall asleep. Whenever I know I got something to do, I tried to go to bed early, and I'm still looking at the clock at 5 a.m. laying in bed. Okay, I had started looking at quilt books and everything. And so I only had like 3 hours of sleep today, plus whatever number of minutes I fell asleep in between 6:13 and 6:32. So yeah. Thank you, Angela. I showed everybody your stuff, so rewind back so you can see it. You had 3 items in there, so thank you so much for your generosity. That was really nice. I can't wait to, I'll see her for sure Friday. I went to the last doctor's appointment. I'm going to this one, and just want to make sure that, when she just had a baby, so want to make sure she's healed before she's doing all this heavy lifting. They really don't want her to lift more than 10 pounds, and she's got a very light car seat where the weight is on the base. So she's technically good, but I just want to make sure she's not lifting more than she should be lifting before she herself is healed. So I've been helping her with things like that where she's lifting a lot. So thank you so much. That was really nice of you. And I don't have anything else. You all have any questions or got anything you want to share? What projects are you all working on? I'm interested in that as well. So we still got like 15 minutes, or we can end early and I can eat and go to sleep. I'm okay either way. So Francis is saying, T, can you reload the PDF for the heart block? That PDF is a functional PDF because I went and downloaded it already. And I'm going to do it right here on my phone just to make sure. And she's talking about the, for the Boho heart sew along. But let's see. Because there is no way that one person can get it and another person can't. It doesn't have any stipulations other than you need to be a member of that group in order to download it. Okay, so I'm going to the group. I'm going to the file section. And I'm going to click on the heart block. And it does, and it opens up what I posted as a post. And all I got to do is click on the PDF. Tells me it's downloading the file on my Android. On my Android. Now, if you're on an Apple, I don't know what's happening. But on my Android, up here, when I pull down the menu, like my notifications, it's telling me that I have download complete. So I click on that. and it opens up the heart thing, okay? Just want you all to see it's a heart there. It opens it up, and I take this, and I can either zoom in on my phone as needed, or I can send this to my network printer. I have my printer set up on my Wi-Fi at home, and I can send stuff directly to it. So if you have to go to your desktop, maybe you have to go to your desktop and do it, but I can do it all from my phone. And this again is Android instructions. So there's nothing wrong with the file, so it'd be a waste of time for me to upload the file. Now on some devices, it will download a file and not say anything about the file, and you don't think anything has happened. There are times that the file has downloaded, and it could be in your My Files section, which is what Android use. I don't know what Apple calls it. I do have an iPad that I record on for Apple, but I don't use it like that. I use it for reading. I also use it for playing a few of my games. I don't play fancy games. I play like spades, bit whist, Sudoku. So I just do basic stuff like that on my iPad. My iPad mostly just stays here until it's time for me to record live. That's what I'm recording live on. So I have no idea how to help you with that. But the file itself is a good file. You just got to learn how to download. And I would say, as a youngster, they know how to do everything on these phones. So have somebody help you with it that's close to you. And she's saying when she clicks the file that it doesn't open. When you click on the file name, it opens up the post that I put. And in that post is a link that you click on to open the actual file. So maybe you're not doing that second click. So let me go back to that screen to show you. Boho Hearts. I go to the file section. I click on the file I want. And Francis, it opens up this thing where I made the post. And then I'm going to click on this. And it's telling me that it's downloading. And then it puts an arrow up here in my notifications. I think it's over here. There's an arrow. Yep, it's very tiny, but it's there. And then when I pull my screen down, it tells me that that file is there. So, and like I said, other devices are going to be different. This is just how it's working on this particular device. But it's working. Technology is something we all got to learn, and I'm good to a certain extent. I'm good enough to survive, and then every once in a while I get caught in something I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but I do know how to download and have figured out all of those tricks. Yes, Angela says, don't forget to pray. Yes. People saying go eat and get some sleep. If you're tired, I can go. Remo saying it needs to be enlarged. Okay, I have given you all a chart. You can use the chart. You can enlarge the chart on your own, but I personally am through with the chart, okay? I'm not going to make it any larger. I was trying to make sure it all fit on one page. And if you want something different, you can do whatever you want. Miss Topaz says, I need to finish some bow cozies as well. Yeah, those were Christmas gifts. And I was supposed to have Christmas here. So I sent bows, and then they gave them all out. And then I went and got over generous with my friend and gave them to her and her two daughters and their whole family. So I technically gave my mom and my niece's bows away. So that's why I'm making more. Peggy says, I'm sewing my last group of 4 blocks for the 4-star general. That's cute. There's a spinning friendship star. Woohoo, yes. So we still got people working on that. So that's nice. Like I'm saying, you can stay with the schedule or not. You working at your own pace. You don't have to stay with the group. And I leave the groups active, so when you do get finished with your projects, you can always come back and add your photo. I just will not be accepting any new members at that point once we're done. Once I'm done accepting new members, period, that'll stop. Maddie says she got the heart. Thank you. You're welcome. For Apple, look in the download file. Okay, so they're calling it the download file on the Apple. On the Androids, it's called My Files. And she said she wasn't going to the file section. Dee Dee Hansen here, late from Michigan. Welcome, Dee Dee. And I'm still not 100%, and you all probably can hear it in my voice. So I think that's part of why I'm tired as well. I've been taking medicine off and on like every other day, trying not to take it every day. Just because I take medication, all I'm going to do is sleep. Just the disposition of my body. So that's how it is. Hey, Joe Carmel says, hey, GGT, and all Teaquilters. She's waving. She says she's listening while at work. Yes. Quilts by Carmel. And Maddie saying got her thumbs up. And that's a reminder, if you all haven't hit the thumbs up button, please do so for me. I really appreciate it. It just keeps Teaquilts videos in the rotation. I appreciate that. Sue says she just downloaded and printed it. It was no problem. It's all a matter of just working technology. Like, I went and downloaded Bonnie Hunter's mystery, so that's another tip for you guys. She's going to be taking the mystery off, so if you want to download Bonnie Hunter's mystery, probably need to do it before the month ends, because it's going to come down and it's going to be a for sale pattern or going to be included in some future book. So go, I think it's called Chillicothe is the name of it, something like that. Go and download the instructions, whether you plan to do it now or not. I didn't plan to do it. I actually like this quilt better than I did the quilt from last year. I wish I had done this quilt instead. So I just went and downloaded the instructions. And it was funny because when I clicked download the PDF on Bonnie's blog, it didn't show me anything. And so how did I know? I think I went and just looked in my files, and the files were there. But before then, it's 8 things you've got to download, because you got 7 parts and 1 intro. And so I was downloading and double downloading, because I was telling it to download from the little 3 dots up on the right. And when I went to go look in my file section to make sure stuff was saving, I had 2 versions of all of them. So apparently it was automatically saving them when I clicked on the PDF. So that was different, and I was still working from this same Android. So it's different ways that it's downloading depending on apps that you're in, and whether you're on a website or whether you're in an app. So it was a little bit different. And I'm sure it's going to be different by every different device, from Android to Apple. Sue saying she's on month 3 of the 4-star, and she started out really good. She had a personal retreat where I think she and her husband went to the cottage that they I don't know if they rent or own, but she started out so good, and then work and life took over. So just never get discouraged. Just always work on stuff at your own pace, and know that in the file sections or the comment sections, if you got any questions, I did a lot of in-depth teaching on the 4-star general when we first started out. A lot of people had some difficulty with handling small pieces and stuff like that. So the information is there for you guys. 531 days to retreat. That's Joe Carmel asking. Melissa says, I am praying right now that Miss T's daughter never goes back to work. because if she ever goes back to work, I will miss Miss T too much. Ain't that something? I have now the only thing is, and I didn't put my own child into daycare until she was 2. I really don't like babies being in daycare. I just feel like they can't communicate enough to tell you what's going on. I've had experience with other grandparents putting their kids in the daycare and they're in the same swing when they went back early to pick them up, like after lunch. And they were in a wet diaper sitting in the same swing, and there's a whole row of swings. So how is a baby put back in the exact same swing at a daycare? I'll never know. And they didn't have like one for every kid there. So I have issues with newborns and, infants or toddlers being in daycare until they're able to communicate very well. And once my daughter started communicating very well, that's when I put her in so she can then get the added learning benefits of being in a daycare. But I really don't agree with them. But my daughter currently works from home, so hopefully everything will work out that she can stay home with her own child, and I'm just going to be a filler in. I don't want to. I don't want to babysit Monday through Friday, and that's not where I see my life. So, Francis says I downloaded the file. Yes, modern technology. See, you just got to know what you're doing to know how to do it. And there, like I said, everywhere you go, and what you did today is going to be different somewhere else, because I just today downloaded from Bonnie Hunter's site and it was totally different. I was downloading the stuff twice doing it, So I had to go and delete those. Did you show the Crown Royal quilt yet? How big are you making it? I can't remember the size because I never pulled out my... I don't even have that container here. I never did pull out the container because it's put up with my works in progress, but I already showed this quilt, but I'll just pull it in here one more time. I'm starting to put it together. I made 20 blocks in the Zoom chat. Well, I made 16 blocks in the Zoom chat because I already had 4. And I need about 80 blocks, 80, somewhere in that neighborhood. I don't know. I have to get my little cheat sheet and get it up here. I always put little cheat sheets up here for what I'm working on, especially when I don't have an actual pattern, because I just cut this, whatever size I could cut the center square on point from the smallest bags. That was a 3.5-inch square, so that's what I did. And then I made all my other pieces match that. Thank you, Dee Dee, saying that the Crown Royal quilt is gorgeous with that background. And Melissa says, stranger danger, nobody loves a baby like family. Yeah. There just would be no way I would let a baby sit in a thing, and you don't know if that baby ate or was... We know the diaper wasn't changed. We don't even know if they fed that baby from like 7 a.m. I think she left work around 12:30. So it took her probably another half hour to get there. So from 7:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m., that baby was in the same spot and the diaper was sopping wet. She took off work the next day because she was paying for the daycare. And she took off work the next day so she could go interview more different centers. And the one she had them in at the time was one of the top centers at the time. This was, I don't know, 30-something years ago. And so that has always stuck with me about putting babies into daycare. So, yeah. So I don't have anything else, guys. It's 8:01. Yay, I'm off. I'll be back Saturday with live sewing chat. Hopefully I can cut more Crown Royal background pieces. I do know that I want to work on those bowls and get those bowls completed so I can drop them off. I'm not going to be able to drop them off any quicker than that because of things I got to do. For those that are in the Boho Heart group, We are going to have a live chat tomorrow at noon. I'm going to schedule that, talking about sections 2 and 3, although there's just one little trick on section 3, but that's it. And then section 4 and 5 is going to be the more complicated one, so I'll just go ahead and schedule one for that 2 weeks from tomorrow. So I'm trying to get those in early before the assignment is due, or started, you know, for you to start it. It's not due. I just have start dates every 2 weeks. So, well, that's it for me, guys. I'm going to go take some nasal spray that won't make me sleepy so I can stop talking nasally, cook me something to eat, and I'm going to chill and look at YouTube videos, and if I fall asleep, God is good. So I will see you all Saturday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Bye, everybody. You all stay blessed, be safe, and quilt out.